am Elke Hartmann. I'm German. I moved to Sweden some 16 years ago and started doing a PhD on group housing of horses.
Okay.
And since then I got stuck with horses, so I have been studying for the last 15 years everything around horse welfare, training, horse-human relationship, horse welfare assessment. So, and I'm working as a researcher at SLU, placed in Uppsala.
Yeah.
Well, all the research we do and I do is tailored to, the end goal is its practical application. And I focus now on doing my recent projects on finding indicators to assess the emotional state of horses.
Okay.
To be able to specifically how horses express anticipation. So that is one aspect you could hopefully apply in practice by assessing horses' anticipation. You could try to reassess what you are doing or you are planning to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully promoting or facilitating more positive experiences for the horse, for example. Another project is tailored around improving or helping instructors to implement more evidence-based in their education.
Mm-hmm.
To always, if you think it from a sustainability aspect, to in the long run improve horse welfare but also rider safety and satisfaction. So it's always two partners involved. It's more the mental state of the horse and the horse-human interactions.
Yeah.
And specifically, not only my research, then also the outreach work and the teaching that you focus on your specific area, but you always try to give the big picture and address that it's also the other 23 hours of a horse's life that are relevant, not only the 1 hour human-horse interaction where you actually do something with your horse. So it's not possible to address every aspect in research. We partly achieve it sometimes by collaborating with people with other expertise.
Mm-hmm.
And all horses we use for research, so of course we make sure that horse welfare is satisfied and that we make sure that the horses are doing well, that we also use for experimental studies specifically. I would like to see people becoming more aware of what they do and what effect it has on the horse, how it experiences everything we do with it. It starts from putting on various equipment to actually training the horse and being able to really assess or look at the horse, what does it tell us, and then being able to work actually with yourself. What do I need to change? How can I train it differently? Thinking about equipment. Why do I use certain equipment and not something else? So really start questioning more what we do and what effect it has on the horse. And it's surprising how easily horses adapt and how they react to the different treatments, and also depending on age and how they were trained previously. So they are very good in depressing some behaviors because they had been trained to not to show if they are frustrated or if they find a situation aversive. So it is really interesting to see also how much the training level plays into how horses express actually, or how they feel about something, and how you once made a more negative experience maybe, but even positive, how it carries over to the next day when you train in the same location. So you always need to think also the bigger picture, was what happened the day before, what experienced the horse, and it can have an effect on what you do. the next day if you train it, for example, in the same place where it had a negative experience before. So always think about it and then question, okay, how can what do I need to change now to maybe put the horse in a better emotional state. It's super important, I think, to look outside your little bubble, and research has become quite complex, and you can't be an expert in everything, so it's crucial to really collaborate with other people and also learn from their experiences. And I have for many years had collaboration at international level, and it's very important. It's opens up my mind. I learn a lot. People come from different cultures, different experiences, and different opinions, so it's a great learning experience also to all put that together then when you think about publishing, for example, and really learning from each other and helping developing research from the idea up to publication, but then also communication. So I think it's just fantastic. One very obvious challenge is still that I'm doing research into rein tension and biomechanics in relation to horse welfare and behavior. And the technique is not that straightforward. We don't really have easy to use rein tension sensor that we just put on a horse or connect with the reins. So there are technical challenges that we have to deal with, which slows down the project. Yeah. But then also again back to assessing emotions. It has so many. It is so complex, and it depends so much on the situation, on previous experiences, and you really have to. When you run an experiment, you really need to make sure that you have as less bias and that you reduce as many factors as possible to really help collecting data and based on the data drawing sensible conclusions. So it's so much that can go on at the same time that can really impact how horses behave, and then also the results that you get. We don't have sensors that people can go and buy. It's maybe one or two, I don't know exactly, but it's difficult. But at least through our results that we got and the workshops and so that are connected to communicating the results, I would think. Well, I try to make people thinking more what they do with the horse, how they establish the signals, how horses respond to rein signals. That they really think about how much rein tension they think they use, how does it feel, and really reflect up on how does the horse respond to it, can I use less, or why does it not respond. So that's one aspect. And looking at anticipation behavior, really taking in early signs that the horse shows how it may feel about an upcoming event. To really oversee your training approach, or how you saddle or tack the horse, or how you approach it, and why does it behave and in a certain way. So it's complex. Everything we do has an effect on the horse, and it starts with how we house it, how it responds to training. And it's so context specific also, so looking at behavior, physiology can give an indication how the horse feels in a certain situation. And then all the theories and concepts behind each: animal welfare, animal ethics, social science, animal science, ethology. So it's all part of getting the whole picture and making science explaining what is going on, having different perspectives in mind all the time. Learn to ask questions, be curious about, don't hesitate to question something, stay open-minded. It's okay to do mistakes as long as you can review what you did wrong and have the willingness to really try new things, try a different direction and be patient and see what happens. Sometimes I think we do know, we know a lot already, so it's really time now to put this into practice. Sometimes we don't need more research because there's already so much knowledge around, and really trying, I think communicating evidence and dealing or having that conversation with people is the most important now. We should not be provocative and be difficult, and really lift up more the positive sides, everything that we do good, and then try at the same time to reduce everything that needs to be improved. And then again, collaboration and networking, exchange of ideas, helping each other to become better communicators. And it's really about asking questions to help people to start think about what they do and why. I love it. It's super important, I think, and it's a big job, so we can't do it alone.